Right, back again. Future plans. Once I finish this green thing, I may start on the Sue Hillis Pirate Santa. I may opt to finish a couple of other projects. I have been working on this guy. Can we do this without glare? Yes, I think so. This is the Venice Renaissance Santa, and I am at this stage. Still a bit of cross stitching before I can start the beading, but this is a relatively small project. Requires a bit more brain power than the arabesque, because that's just one color floss, and the Santa has beads, but hey. And then I have another project. I can't show you a picture of it because it is a series, another Eva Rosenstand Klarvæver series, and they didn't used to put a photograph or picture of the finished thing in the kits, because you would have their catalog or browse through in their shops. They had these you know, when you look at posters in shops, they are mounted on this hanging thing and you can leaf through it. They had similar things with the finished projects in. So when you got the kit, it was the fabric, it was the floss, and it was the pattern. They then started doing what I had here, where they cut out the page from a catalogue with the relevant picture for that kit, and then that would be in the bag, and then only at the end did they actually start making pictures to put in. So, but all their patterns had a drawing like this of what the thing looked like, and I'm afraid this is the best I can do for this pattern. That's a little okay, they call it a pixie with dog, but it's a Nisse boy. And I can show you this one. That's a girl and a rabbit, because I can't show you what they will look like done. Oh hey, I actually think this one is done by the finishing. Ha! This is done on the dralon. And it's looking washed out on my screen, but there is a series of 4 placemats, and I finished one with a boy and a black cat, and I did that in my teens sometime. Where the placemat is currently, I have no idea, and it would be really good for me to find it, because this one, she's all done. I just need to do the hemming, but I want them to be equally the same size, so I need to find that finished one first before I can hem her. And then this was the boy with the dog, and that's where I'm at. And then there was a girl, I didn't bring the pattern here, but there's a girl and a Christmas tree. And they are also pretty high on the lists of things that I could work on that are not too big, and which would mean I would get some whips out of the way. And if I could find the original, the one with the cat, then I could even get them to be fully finished objects. But that requires me actually finding the darn thing. But these are the things that I'm looking at being the next project after I finish the green one. I have a problem. There are a number of whips which I know I've worked on. I've even shown some of them to you. And I can't find them at the moment. And it's driving me mad. And especially one of them I would actually really like to find, because then I would actually be in the mood to sit down and start and just, I'm about halfway I think through it. It's the one with the nativity scene, a stone church in a winter landscape, and then there's a stained glass window with the nativity scene, and then there's loads of animals outside the building looking at the window. And if I found that, then that would be my next project, to just start and then carry on until I'm all done with it. But that means I have to find it. And I can't find the cranes that I showed in a couple of episodes here. And I found and have promptly lost sight again of a Teresa Wensler, the Dragon Rider. That's also somewhere missing in action somewhere here. And I have a Biscorno, which still needs some stitching, but that would be a relatively fast finish once I find it. So I won't be showing you any knitting in this episode. I'm just going to stop now and see if my computer is going to be willing enough to let me process this, and that I then hope I can upload it to YouTube, because I've heard there have been some issues. But I'll just try to get this edited and uploaded as fast as possible. And then ideally I would like to continue on the every 3-week filming schedule that I had at some point, but this may not be. There is still a lot of uncertainty and stuff going on in my life, and depending on how much trouble I have with the computer once I get to uploading this, but hopefully I'll be back in about a month or so, and hopefully life will calm down a bit for me. And if you have any questions or comments down below, I'd love to see something. If you want, you can follow me on Instagram, because I appear to be getting pretty regular with showing pictures of my progress when there is progress happening. I'll put my Instagram handle below. And if you made it all the way to the end, thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see you again soon. And feel free to subscribe. But anyway, thanks for hanging out with me, and see you again at some point. Bye.